I've been on self-improvement for the past 4 years, and I have made a lot of progress in terms of money, looks, skills, mindset, habits, even in the gym. And with this experience, I have made a lot of mistakes and I've done a lot of things wrong. And I was just thinking about this the other day and I realized that I could have made the same progress or even more progress within months if I had done the things right. Let me explain. So the reason why most people, or most likely you, cannot stay consistent, or maybe why you cannot stick to a routine, is because you keep falling off the track and you don't know how to get back, or maybe it's too much effort so you just fuck it. In my opinion, if you eliminate the reasons why you fall off the wagon, you can be consistent. Or at least it's going to be easier when you fall off the wagon because it's going to be due to odd reasons. Okay? So in my experience, there's only 3 major reasons why you stop being consistent or why you get off self-improvement. Okay? So number 1 reason is because whatever it is that you're working towards, whatever it is that you want to achieve, the reason why you got on self-improvement is not as fueling to you. It doesn't keep you up at night. You're not as ambitious about it. Basically, it's not as important to you right now. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2 could be that whatever it is that you're going to do, instead of the things that you're supposed to do, for example, if you're going to the gym, if that's something that you do, instead of going to the gym, you stay at home and you watch a Harry Potter movie. So you feel like one day of you just staying home and watching a Harry Potter movie wouldn't hurt your entire gym progress, which is true, but it's not right. It's not the right mindset. It's not the way to go about it. Okay, so that's reason number 2. Reason number 3, and this is the most common in intermediate to advanced level people who are in self-improvement. This is what happened to me. So basically, this is when you start when you're doing so good, when you're so consistent for so long, and you start making progress and you're actually doing good. And at this point, you just stop doing the things that got you here because you feel like you're above that level somehow. And when you stop doing the things that got you here, there's only 2 places to go from there. It's either you go down or you stay there. You cannot grow after that. When you stop, if for example, you have great amount of muscles and you've been working out for the past 3-4 years, if you stop working out right now, there's only 2 things that can happen. Either you lose the body that you have achieved, that you worked so hard for, or you will look like that for the rest of your life, which is highly unlikely. But there's only 2 ways to go. Either you stay there or you go down. Okay? This is what happened to me because I got so fucking arrogant because of this. So for the past month, my self-improvement, everything that I had worked for, everything was in danger. I used to set up an alarm at night and not wake up when the day came up. I used to decide that I'm going to the gym at some particular time and I used to never show up. I was eating stuff that I would usually never even dream of touching, and I got so little work done. The problem was that even though I didn't go to the gym, I still looked good. Like I still maintained all the muscle on I didn't gain any fat. And I got so little work done, but that was enough. Like I was doing the bare minimum and that was enough. And because of this, there was no hindrance to my progress. So it felt okay. But that's the wrong mindset to go about. Eventually, I did change things and I did get back on track. I did some very drastic changes and I got right back on track. I'm back on self-improvement. I'm back to working for hours and hours straight. Hours of deep work. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about everything that I did to get out of that phase and get into self-improvement and how I plan on staying here. A little disclaimer, my rut phase, this phase where I was completely pathetic and undisciplined, lasted about 10 days. And that's because I've been on self-improvement for the past 4 years or so. So my bad days are not that long. So I realized pretty quick that I'm being pathetic loser. If your bad days last for a longer time, that just means that you have to get back on track more often. Eventually, it's just going earlier used to be months and months of this getting off of track and being undisciplined. Right now, the 10 days felt like a decade to me. because of how strong my mind or how much my mindset has changed. If you want similar kind of mindset in yourself, you have to work on yourself for that long of a time. The more you get back on track again and again, you're teaching your brain that the other side is pathetic and that is not you. Okay? Let's get into the video and we'll talk about how I changed, what I did, and how I'm planning on staying here, so that you can maybe replicate the results that I got. Before I get into the video further, I know I'm taking a lot of time, but I wanted to share a realization that I had, and I want you to adopt this mindset or think like this, and I feel like that would really help you. So I realized that I was nowhere near my potential. I realized that I was not anywhere near to achieving what I wanted to achieve. I was just making little progress. It was like somebody just gave me fucking candy. So I was nowhere near that I wanted to be, and I was just being a pussy. And I didn't do the things that I wanted to do, that I was supposed to do, because they were hard, because that made me uncomfortable. And as soon as I was introduced to the comfortable side of life, to the comfortable habits that I used to have, I went back to being this same asshole that I used to be, the pathetic loser that I used to be. I went straight back to being that person again. The only difference was my mindset. My mind kept telling me that this is wrong, that this is not me, that I'm not supposed to be this person. That if I keep being this person for an extended amount of time, I will either lose my mind or I will never achieve what I want to achieve. This is close to losing my mind. This phase or this period lasted only about 10 days, but it taught me a lot about myself, and I never want to be that person. I never want to feel that way again. I was so angry with myself. I was so furious with how I was behaving, that I made some very drastic changes. I did very dramatic things, and this is not for people who have just started self-improvement. This is for people who have tried in the past and have failed because of any reason. So this is a little bit advanced, because I'm going to be talking extreme things. This is not journaling or meditating. This is drastic things, practical stuff that gets you results. So I'm sorry I took so long. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's just get into it. The first thing I did, and this is probably the most important thing, I started keeping a habit tracker again. What a habit tracker is, basically, it's a piece of paper that you hang up on your wall or your bedroom mirror. Mine is right there. It's on the dressing room mirror, the dressing table mirror. So basically what it is, it has habits written on top and then respective dates. So basically the things that you want to do on a daily basis, make them a habit or maintain habits. You use a habit tracker for that purposes. So I just started mine, and mine only has 4 things. It has work, reading, working out, and cardio. You want to start slow and then slowly get into stuff. So every single day that you do a particular activity, you just tick it off. So your goal is to have all ticks for an entire month. A page would be a month. You can commit for a month, right? So you should start even smaller. With just one thing would be amazing. If you can start with small things, but a couple of things, you have some confidence. You'll build on multiple dimensions like this. Okay, but that's completely your choice. Just keep a habit tracker. This is very important. The first time I started keeping a habit tracker, it completely changed my life. So I would highly recommend you do that. I don't remember why I stopped using a habit tracker. I just stopped taking it off every single day. I used to just do a monthly review. Like at the end of the month, I used to just tick stuff off. And I would highly discourage you don't do that, because it's just very hard to remember if you worked out on a particular day, if you read a book for 10 minutes a particular day, it just gets very hectic. So take things off every single day, and this way you can keep track of your progress. So I'm making small changes, but I understand the importance of consistency, and I understand the power of compounding. So I'm going to be doing this stuff every single day for the next 100 days. And most likely even beyond that, but I'm going to stick to it for at least 100 days, 100%. And I might add a few things. I will not subtract anything from this habit tracker, and that's what I recommend you to do as well. Don't commit for small periods of time. Like obviously you make it for a month, you make 1 month habit tracker, but commit for at least 100 days. That is how you build a habit. You don't build a habit in 30 days, despite of what the internet tells you. So commit for longer and actually stick to it. And make it easy for yourself to stick to it. Get easy wins in the beginning. That's why I said start easy and start slow. Okay, that's the first thing. Let's move. So the second thing that I have decided I'm going to do every single day is wake earlier. So earlier I used to wake up like 8, sometimes even 10 a.m. And I used to set up an alarm for around 6 a.m. but I always just snooze that and I would just go to sleep. This time I decided that I'm going to wake up even earlier than I had decided previously. So I couldn't even wake up at 6 a.m. but this time I decided that I'm going to be waking up at 5 because that's the time I would usually wake up in during my self-improvement. So I would set up an alarm for 5 a.m. and every single day I would put it here in the study table. So when I wake up from the bed, I have to actually get up, walk here and turn the alarm off. Because if it's right there near the bed, if it's right there on the side table, I can just pick it up and turn the alarm off and I can just go right back to sleep. So I make it a little harder for myself to actually turn the alarm off. And I put a really loud and annoying ringtone so that I have to get up and turn it off every single day without fail so that my entire house doesn't just wake up and get mad at me. The third thing that I did was I decided that I'm going to be leveling up my physique a bit. So I'm going to start working on my physique a little bit more. Even though I looked fine, like I looked pretty good with my shirt off, I decided that things needed to change, so I needed to work a little bit harder. I want better results, so I have to do something extra, right? So I was already doing intermittent fasting. If you don't know, intermittent fasting is basically you wait for as long as you can before you eat your breakfast after waking up. So right now I wake up around 5, sometimes 4:30, but usually around 5, and I would wait until 1 or sometimes 2 p.m. to eat my breakfast, and then I would go to the gym and go on my day as planned. But usually I will wait from 5 a.m. to 1 or 2 p.m. to eat. So that's a pretty big intermittent fasting window. Sorry, too much YouTube. Fourth thing that I did, that I am doing, is basically I went back on my old workout routine. So basically I changed up my split a bit because I was doing more shoulder focused workouts these days. These workouts were making me feel very lethargic. So they weren't leaving me sore, they just left me burnt out. So you know that feeling, the pain that you feel in your body right before you're about to get sick or when you're sick? My body felt like that every single day after working out. So it stopped me from going to the gym the next day because I feel like I was about to get sick. So it was a bad strategy. Like I wanted to get bigger shoulders, but I didn't realize that it would hinder my consistency. If you break your consistency, that's the worst thing you can do for your workouts, because you're not going to make as much progress if you were consistent. And I actually got back to my old workout, it's basically, it's a 7-day split. So I work out every single day. I don't take a rest day. It's basically push, pull, legs and abs, shoulders, push, pull, legs and abs. So I'm working out every single muscle twice a week, and I'm making sure that I'm giving each muscle time to recover before the next workout. And in my opinion, this is the best split ever for me. And I built my physique like this, and you could try it out if you want to. The fifth thing that I did was I started reading again. And for that, I ordered 2 books in particular. One is named Millionaire Fastlane. I have it right there lying around. And it's only been 2-3 days and I have completed, I'm on the last chapter basically. So I'm reading pretty fast. I'm reading a lot. So like I used to, and it feels fucking amazing. The other book that I bought, I have it lying around somewhere, I don't remember the name, but I decided that I'm going to order 2 books because basically right after I finish a book, I don't want to wait for the next book to come to me, right? I have to order it and I have to wait 2-3 fucking days. It's just too fucking hectic. I don't want anything to hinder with my consistency. So I just have a book on standby at all times. And that has been very beneficial. Here are some things that I'm doing to make sure that I am consistent and that I am consistently disciplined with my routine. So firstly, what my routine looks like is, lately I've been waking up around 4:30ish on my own. Today I woke up around 4 just on my own. I don't know why, but I started working as soon as I wake up. So I don't even brush my teeth because I just don't want to waste any fucking time. I just get up, turn my alarm off, throw the phone on the bed, and just start working for hours straight. So I would sit down and I would work around 8 or 10 p.m. Around 8 and or 10 a.m. I'm so sorry. This time of work, this block of work would usually be like high leverage work. That would like things that I would usually procrastinate on. I would just get them done before everyone else is even awake. So nothing can come up. This is my time and I use this time to the full extent. Okay, so this work would usually look like scripting, editing videos, or making thumbnails, stuff like that. I would sometimes plan my days ahead. I would plan what, like the next couple of months, what I'm gonna do at that time. So this is that kind of time. But it's mainly just work like editing, thumbnails, scripting, stuff like that. After that is my reading time. So around 8 or 10, depending on whenever I stop working, whenever I'm done with the work, I will start reading and I will read until I kind of get sleepy. And that's when I go to the bathroom, when I brush my teeth, I take a shower, I come back out, I get dressed, I do my routine, whatever it is. And then I do this second block of work, which is usually this. Like video making is around afternoon because it's nice natural sunlight. So I don't have to use a fucking apparatus. I don't have to get a ring light and stuff like that. I can just use natural lighting. And after I'm done with this block of work, I will then have breakfast. This is my first meal of the day. This is around 2 p.m. And when I'm having breakfast, this is the point where I'm done with all the work. I have done enough deep work that I can just enjoy myself right now. So I just chill, I watch some TV, I eat whatever the fuck, actually my healthy breakfast I eat. And I do that until like 5:30 p.m. That's my workout time. I go to the gym, I work out, and I come back around 7:30ish, depending on what day it is. So abs and legs usually take less time as opposed to like back and push days. Those are more intense and longer. So depending on what day it is, I come back at a particular time. And this includes my workouts. I include cardio as well. So after doing the workout and cardio, I come back home around 7:30 p.m. And that is when I'll have my dinner. So that will be like 1,000 calorie, 65 grams of protein a meal. If you want to know what my meals look like, please let me know in the comments below. So this is when I'll have my meal, my last meal of the day. I just eat twice a day. And I will go to sleep around 9 p.m. ish. And I'll set an alarm. I'll just decide what, just in my mind, I won't write down anything. I don't journal. I'll just decide what work I have to do tomorrow morning as soon as I wake up. And as soon as I wake up, I'll just repeat. What I'm doing to make sure that I stick to this is basically the habit tracker 100% beats every single thing that you have ever tried. If you haven't tried this and you're just like, you're rationalizing, you're like, no, it couldn't be that good. Like everything that I've tried as far as now has not worked. There's no way this stupid piece of paper will work. Trust me, for the first week, it's not going to. But after that, you'll start seeing what it does. It basically, you don't want to put a cross mark on it on the days you don't do shit. You will naturally just get stuff done. And that is so powerful that when you have to put a cross on it, it just hurts your ego so fucking much. Next time, you won't let there be a cross. I promise you that. So just try having a habit tracker. That's what I'm doing. The second thing is I have a very good mindset towards looking at this. So I have managed expectations to begin with, and that's what I'm going to do for you as well. So basically the first month or the first week that you're going to start, it's going to be very motivated. You're going to be very motivated. You're going to get shit done like that. But please remember that the first week is always the most motivated. My brother starts doing something new, and for the first 10 days, he's like motivated as fuck. Like he'll set up an alarm and he'll just get stuff done. But that's not the way to go. You have to start slow, because if it's not sustainable, you won't do it for that long, right? That's why I always advocate that start small, give yourself small victories so that you have more confidence when you go about in progress. Anyways, for the first week, you're gonna be motivated as fuck. After that, it's gonna crash. The motivation is gonna go down. There's gonna be nothing. It's just gonna be you, your laptop, or your gym. You're gonna be alone at the gym, and you're gonna look at yourself and you're gonna see no progress. But you have to go there every single day for an extended amount of time. I am in this for the next 100 days, so I'm going to be on self-improvement for until August mid. And honestly, even after that, but I am in, and I'm going to be extremely disciplined until at least August mid. And basically, if you keep getting consistent videos from me every Monday and Thursday, unless I change my uploading schedule, then you can be sure that I'm consistent and I'm being a good boy and I'm being disciplined. But if you stop seeing uploads, or if you start to see that the quality of videos are going down, you can basically tell that I'm being a pussy. I'm not being as disciplined, I'm not being consistent. So that's it for the video. I post self-improvement stuff every single week, consistently Monday and Thursday, and I'm trying to grow a community of superior men. If you're one of them, congratulations. I want you to be a member of our family. Click the subscribe button so my videos show on your home screen more often, and so that we can just meet more often. I'll see you in the next video.